Hi there, are you interested in getting the Wahoo Kickr or just want to find out more about it? I've been using it now for a while and want to share a couple of things that I've learned that will hopefully get you more clarity on this power trainer. We'll be talking about price, setup and installation, no wheel and noise level, software and connectivity, and training indoors. I think that's where a lot of people start when they look at the power trainer. Yes, the Kickr does cost a lot of money. At the time of recording, it's currently valued at £950, British pounds on their webpage. Is it worth it? It is branded as the best of all trainers. A lot of professional cyclist teams train with it. It's got the highest power accuracy. I personally think this is a real tough question to answer without doing a proper competitor analysis. There's already videos out there who do that. But when it comes to price, I want to make you aware of one thing that not a lot of people talk about, which is the resale value of this product. If you look online, you won't actually find a lot of people selling this thing. And look at the device here, right? I've been using it for a couple of months and it hardly wears out, right? If you take good care of it, given that you take the wheel off, this one stays in very good shape, and I'm pretty sure about that, can get good value selling that. Having talked to a few people, they do get turned off by the fact they have to take the wheel off every time they use it. I know as a couple of people who have several bikes who keep their bikes attached to the trainer, but those who don't, I'm gonna show you how easy it actually is to attach the bike to that power trainer. It only takes a few seconds. Have a look at this one. Alright, bike, trainer. Grab your bike. Assuming your wheel is already off. Yeah. What you're gonna do, you just grab it like that. I'm gonna put it on the fourth one all the time. I don't do any shifting, right? And then you see, you just attach your Kickr to it, your bike to it, and then attach this one here. This is the longest part, unscrewing this one all the time, making sure you're not dropping it, and then just put it on. Make sure you tighten it well enough. You see, this is the only fiddly bit. Here are the extensions on the Kickr to make it even and stand as stable as possible, if you ask yourself. This is how easy you attach it. Couple of things. Moving the Kickr. This device is heavy. Be careful. And watch that tiny thing on the other side that keeps falling out. Let's also talk about the cassette on the trainer. If you do have different bikes at home, I think they've stopped selling the 10 disc cassette Kickr. Previously you could buy like a 10 one and it came like with an extension for an 11 cassette. But if you have a smaller cassette, like, you won't be able to attach your bike to it. You will be able to attach, but it won't be working. Bit of a shame, you know, if your partner or has a smaller bike and wants to use it, doesn't really work. You can remove the cassette and obviously, you know, put like a 9 one on it, but it's just too much of a hassle, and I personally don't feel like doing that. One more thing about this device and the setup and installation, it does require power. It comes with a power adapter. You plug that in. I always ask myself, I mean, this device, you know, generates power. Why is there no way that you can actually make good use of that power? I hope the future devices do some kind of smart things here. Like mentioned earlier on, you got to take the wheel off in order to use the Kickr. For a lot of people I've been talking to, that was a downside, but this is actually a major plus in my opinion. Not only in terms of the accuracy and the noise level, but I mean, one thing people keep forgetting is, you know, the wearing of your tires. I thought the Kickr was going to be less noisy. I either listen to music or watch a film whilst being on the trainer, and on my MacBook, when I'm watching a film, I need to have the power at a volume at its max level, and to be honest, I still can't hear it, so I have to turn the subtitles on. And on the music, yeah, you still gotta put it quite loud. So don't underestimate the noise level. I'm sure it's fine for most people, but yeah, that's just my feedback to you guys. Right, I'm gonna give you an example about the noise level of this Kickr here. For demo purposes, I'm also gonna play a video, right, over here. Guess which film that is, by the way. I'm not gonna show you. Alright. And it's on full max volume, by the way. Anyway. Alright. Let's get started. So how's the noise level for you guys? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, I'm talking 12. What do you think? You can shift, but you don't necessarily need to shift here. One of those moments when you've finished and you hear the sound go down. Oh. The Kickr on its own is not fun in my opinion. In order to have fun with it, you need decent software to get the most out of it. Wahoo Kickr has its own app that you can use, but I've been focusing on two different apps that I've been using so far. One is TRAINERROAD, the other one is ZWIFT. TRAINERROAD focuses more on workouts, whereas ZWIFT has a huge social aspect to it. You ride like with other people, and they have like virtual landscapes. TRAINERROAD's biggest strength is its predefined workouts and training plans. So you load workouts into your trainer and you just gotta keep going. ZWIFT, on the other hand, put the focus a lot on the social aspect. You ride like in a virtual world, which is pretty smart against other riders, and very fun. And talking about connectivity, setup of those softwares with like Bluetooth, it's really simple. TRAINERROAD, you install it either on your mobile device, iPad, tablet, or computer, and turn on your Bluetooth, and then the software actually detects all the devices. This one has Bluetooth in it. I do have an additional cadence sensor on my bike, and I use my heart rate monitor. Those are the three devices that I need before I start my training, and they are super important for TRAINERROAD because a lot of workouts look at your cadence, obviously the power from the power meter, and yeah, don't underestimate the heart rate. Massive impact in measuring your performance. The thing, like, once you start using software and a power trainer, it's gonna become a numbers game very soon. So it's all gonna be about watts, FTP, intensity factor, very important numbers for you. How many watts can you push? What is your functional threshold power? What is the intensity factor of the workouts? It's a great thing if you're into a triathlon, like those intensity factors of the workout that you get from from TRAINERROAD. There's a table I'm gonna show you over here that tells you what intensity factor you should be riding on your bike part of the triathlon in order to not burn out when you enter the run. So it's really helpful. Going back to the price when it comes to software, just be aware that, again, this is not really fun without the software. Most software, whether it's ZWIFT or TRAINERROAD, they charge an additional $10 a month subscription fee. I personally think it's totally worth it. And last but not least, when it comes to software and that numbers game, I think if you don't have like a power meter on your bike, it won't take long until you get one, because you get so used like to riding with numbers that when you're then outside, you do want to have like the watts as well available on your bike. And yeah, more cost. Cycling is an expensive hobby, but training indoors, it's been a big game changer for me in my winter training. I think like most of people, at least in Europe, you know, when it gets cold and dark and wet and ugly outside, first of all, I mean, cycling is dangerous outside. So training indoor became a fun and essential part of my training. And it was one of the reasons also why I bought it. Why I bought that trainer, that I can train throughout the winter month. The great thing is you finish your workout, you jump straight into the shower, you have food and your workout's completed. There's another major benefit of training indoors, which is with like a software like TRAINERROAD, you can do workouts in my opinion, you can't really do outside, because you might be limited on traffic, the terrain, the route, other cyclists. Like these interval things are super efficient and help you a lot. Last but not least, when it comes to training indoors, the fan and the tower are gonna be your friend. And it makes a difference if you turn the fan on in terms of your power. You do sweat like crazy. I was not expecting to sweat like that. Well, I hope this video helped you on finding out a bit more about the Kickr. If you liked it, like on this video, leave some comments for if you've got any further questions. And if you're interested in my journey to the Ironman, which is what I'm training for, feel free to subscribe. I vlog weekly. Thank you for taking the time and watching this video. Bye.